What's up, you guys, and welcome to Andy's Playground. I'm your host, as always, Andy, and joining me, of course, is Sierra. And today, for one day only right now, we're back at Magic Kingdom, and we're very happy to be here. So many emotions are going on right now. We're going to just try to have our fun today, and we might not record everything that we do, but we just want to be able to share this moment with you at least, and so we're very happy to be back.
We're so excited.
Wow.
Grace is gone. Did you say go in?
It's just kind of a weird feeling. I'm just seeing everything here and seeing all the cast members out here. It's just kind of a surreal feeling. Also, I've never seen the horses here. It's just a crazy feeling.
Wow.
Wow.
That is pretty.
It's so blue.
I like it.
It's almost like a purple kind of hue. Morning.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's just so blue. It's like purple almost. It's very royal.
It's a royal blue, which makes sense for Cinderella.
Yeah. While we're on our way down Main Street, of course, I always have to stop at the casting agency. Let us freaking back in the park, Disney. We want to come home. Just getting a closer look at it, it's amazing. I love the gold. I think the gold is my favorite part of it. It just adds such a nice texture to it. And it's just crazy how blue it is. That's just the one thing I was like, it's so blue, it's practically purple. And I think almost that's kind of what they're going for. I do get a lot of reminiscence of the Disneyland cast a little bit, like that kind of shade. But it's so interesting, it's just so crazy. One thing I was kind of talking about is today is actually a Saturday, and it's just kind of crazy how dead it is at Rope Drop. I'm guessing that most people just went to attractions, and also the fact that we're in Liberty Square.
Thank you for visiting us today. Just a few reminders. Please wear a face covering at all times, except when actively eating or drinking while stationary. Clean your hands often and thoroughly. Cover your mouth and nose when coughing and sneezing, and maintain physical distancing.
Wow.
Thank you.
Interesting.
They did kind of neat, the cast members that were face masking
Yeah,
and the shield.
some of them are wearing face shields too, which is kind of cool. So we're on our first stop for the day though, which for many is Splash Mountain right now since it's announced that it was closing to be rethemed to Princess and the Frog. But kind of tradition for me and Sierra, our first ride when we come back to a theme to Magic Kingdom has always been Haunted Mansion. So we're always going to go to Haunted Mansion first.
Looks like it's not going to be too busy right now.
It's just kind of crazy, guys. This is, again, it's 9 o'clock. So we actually just got off Haunted Mansion. That was literally, pretty much a walk-on.
A lot scarier than what I remembered.
So the problem was when you walk right onto the ride, literally right onto it, you miss the stretching room and everything.
Hey, Brandon.
Everything is darker because your eyes haven't adjusted to the light yet. And so it's really dark in there.
You can't even see anything in front of you. And I think what makes it even more creepy is that you got other buggies that don't have other people on it, and it's just you in one room, and it makes it more eerie.
And maybe it's just because of the fact we haven't done it in a while, but I noticed so many new things that I never caught before. But that was awesome. I like doing it in the dark, but I'm not sure Sierra would say the same.
There was one jump scare, but it's always the one at the end where the creatures pop out
In the graveyard.
of the graveyard.
So we actually just got out of Hall of Presidents. This was Sierra's first time in Hall of Presidents. What'd you think?
It was a lot different than what I was expecting. Whenever I see the pictures, I just see all the President animatronics, and I literally thought it would just be everyone talking. And so I was like, wow, this is lame. But it wasn't like that at all. I really liked the video production and how they focus on Abraham Lincoln for a term, and then they talk about other presidents down the road, and then they get to all the presidents. But not everyone speaks, only just a few ones.
Yeah.
But
it was just an interesting show, and it's definitely going to be interesting to see what happens later on.
Yeah.
So real quick, I just wanted to come down here super quick just because there's been a lot of talk about how Splash Mountain is going to be rethemed into a Princess and the Frog, and how it doesn't make sense in Frontierland. And I wanted to illustrate something that I'm actually going to illustrate in another video later on, because I definitely do plan on talking about this whole attraction going on. But one of the most easiest rethemes I think you could do is just take out Pecos Bills, make it into a mini New Orleans Square back here maybe, or maybe make it into Tiana's place, because it almost kind of looks a little bit more like that. And I think that would kind of fix the problem of the retheme. And so I personally am looking forward to it. I think they can do a lot of stuff with it. It'll definitely be interesting for sure though, whatever happens. So before the music gets any louder, looks like they have one of their little parades coming on, the little character cavalcade thing. This is actually the first time I've seen Disney characters since my last CP in March. So I'm gonna get a little probably emotional. This will be very nice to see them. It's Max. Hi Clarabelle. Hey Max. Hey Goofy. Good to see you, buddy. Hi, guys. So up next, we're actually going to be doing the Liberty Bell Riverboat because this is another one that she hasn't done. We're going to knock out all the ones she hasn't done today.
Which is just, this is the last one.
And this is the last one?
Uh-huh.
Nice. And so then we're going to be able to go on and try to do some other fun stuff and try to do all our usuals. Splash's line right now is at 45 minutes. I think that's the biggest line in the park right now.
I think so.
And then Thunder's at 30, which makes sense because they're kind of in the same area. But we'll definitely have to see what happens for sure. I'm excited to see what we're all going to do today. Hi guys. So real quick, Sierra and I actually were grateful enough to actually get a walk-in reservation for Be Our Guest. We love being here. This is my favorite restaurant on property. It is expensive because they're just doing the lunch menu and stuff like that right now. But we just kind of figured, you know, it's our one day in Magic Kingdom, so it's worth it. Hello, Beast. Thank you so much. Well guys, we just got done with Be Our Guest restaurant. Unfortunately, my phone is dying. And so I'm going to have to sign off for now. I'll let you guys know what else we do for the rest of the night.
Bye guys, have a good day.
But thank you so much. Until that time, guys, I'm going to see you real soon, alright? So guys, as you can probably tell, my phone died, or roughly died, during Be Our Guest, which was almost 9 hours ago at this point. There was so much that happened. After we had Be Our Guest, we... Oh, which was amazing, by the way. Be Our Guest is great. I had the pork tenderloin.
I had the chicken. I forgot what
Yeah,
it's
the
called.
chicken. Both were great. We were in the West Wing, and I think I even filmed or tried to film a little bit of what it looked like in the West Wing. It was so dark.
Yeah, you couldn't even get like a good video.
I feel like that's probably the worst room to have dinner. Like, it's cool to check out.
Yeah.
But the very least, I think what you could do to improve that area is just have little, like, table lamps or something like that. Just something that'll bring a little bit more light into the room. But, well, anyway, so after that, we went to Small World, where we rode it to Small World, and then we rode Peter Pan's Flight, both of which were at a 25-minute wait. It wasn't too bad. Then we went to Space Mountain, which is about a 20-minute wait, and that was super nice. It seemed like it super flew by.
Fast.
Then
we did Carousel Progress.
Carousel Progress, which was great. And Carousel Progress had a crowd today. I was very happy about that. It was interesting. In one of the rooms, it was the first room, it was like the turn of the century one, the early 1900s. The background music wasn't working. And it was so super weird because when you enter the room, it's the first room you go into. It's just him singing. And I'm like, this is kind of eerie.
Yeah, I was just like, something's missing here.
Yeah, there was no music at all.
And it was funny, the first line he has is like, hear the robins chirping. And it's like,
there's no robins. There's no robins.
He's going insane.
He's going insane. So after that, then we just decided, you know what, we're going to just hit everything we want to hit at that point. We went right to Adventureland, where we went to the Tiki Room, which is one of our favorites. And then after that, we decided to do Big Thunder Mountain. And after that, I went to go ride Splash because I really wanted to ride Splash Mountain. And that was probably the longest wait of the day. Splash was pretty much at a consistently 60-minute wait throughout the day. Part of the reason for the long waits was
what cast members do is they periodically actually clean all the ride vehicles.
Yeah.
And that was one thing I never noticed us getting stopped at Universal for them having to clean the ride vehicles. What they do at Universal instead is they do hand sanitizer of all the lines, and I think that's just how they justify not cleaning the rides every single time. Or maybe they do have a period where they clean the rides, but we've never been in the line where
Not been
they've...
stuck.
Yeah, never been stuck with that. That happened periodically. I think that happened at least 3 or 4 times. And then after Splash Mountain, we went to go do Jungle Cruise, which was fun. And then we rode Dumbo, which was also fun. And then we ended our day with Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, which was... it said it was a 40. It felt more like a 30, 20 or something like that.
Yeah, it went by really quick. Like, the line was moving.
Yeah, constantly. And honestly, like, that was our day. We hung out a little bit with My Disney World Fix and Living in Diz, where we're going to go see in just a little bit at Disney Springs for dinner. But overall, like, it went by really quickly. Really quickly.
It was like, I think when we were at Be Our Guest, we were looking at our time and we were like, oh wow, it's been 4 hours already. And we were concerned that we wouldn't get everything done that we wanted to, which, I mean, we kind of still had to pick and choose what rides we wanted to do and shows we wanted to see. But yeah, it's... What was that? 10-hour day? 9-hour day?
Yeah, 10-hour day.
Yeah, that just flew by really quick.
I think it was weird. You know, we've talked about this several times in our videos, how when we go to a Disney property, it doesn't quite feel like home. It doesn't feel like we belong. It doesn't feel like, you know, it did when we were there and we were cast members. And today, I have to say the same thing. You know, we went there. It felt like we were at a theme park. We had a blast. It was fun being able to go on all our favorite rides again.
Maybe actually, I know we were talking about this during Splash Mountain, but that was kind of something where I was just trying to figure out, like, why maybe it felt like just another theme park. It didn't feel like, you know, the Disney magic that I was used to feeling. And I think it goes both ways of being able to be a part of it, to make the magic, to like kind of empathize with the other cast members, to feel like you're one with them. And in return, when you're at the parks, you kind of get like, you're a guest, but you have a sense of like a cast member where you want to like still reach out and help other people. Like if they're lost or they're looking for instructions, you feel like you have like some sort of authority to do that because you're a cast member.
And also, like, you have the time to be able to do that with. When we were doing this, like, I was thinking in my head, like, oh, we're going to take pictures, we're going to, like, do all this stuff. I'm like, we kind of hauled it from ride to ride to ride to ride.
It was kind of exhausting after a while.
I mean, we've done these rides before, granted, but they were still something we wanted to do. And I feel like when you're a cast member and you're going to the parks, it's a very, very selfless feeling. When you're kind of a guest going to the parks, you almost kind of feel a little selfish.
Yeah.
And you're kind of doing this, okay, well, we got to do this, we got to do this right, we got to do that right. And we got to just kind of haul through it.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it didn't feel like home yet. Because we try to be very selfless in what we do. We don't do YouTube at all for the views, the subscribers, for any of that. Anything that we gain on the way in. We appreciate you guys for coming on, but it really isn't about us. You know, we always just love providing cool content for you guys to watch, or for any of our friends and family to watch. That's what it's about for us. We tried to be as selfless as we can, but today it felt like, you know what, this is a day we kind of want for ourselves.
Yeah.
And we needed that. You know, and that's partially why I'm glad that we didn't film everything and we didn't take pictures on everything. But at the same time, it felt weird.
Yeah. I think also it felt a little bit of, it was our day that we need to go, but also it was a mixture of, like, this is the only time in a while that we'll probably get to go back to Magic Kingdom.
Right.
Because I'm not sure if we mentioned this earlier in the video, but we just got, like, these 3-day flex tickets that are good for until September 30th. And we basically only have 3 days. It's not a park hopper ticket. It's just a 1 day at a park.
Choose your park, and then that's what you get.
Choose your park, that's what you get for the whole day. And so it's kind of like, it was a little bit maybe panicky for us, because it's just like, oh crap, we only had this amount of time here at this park. We got to get everything we want to do at this time. Like, we can't just sit and enjoy. We got to, like, again, like, go.
And I mean, that's not to say that we we didn't have moments during the day where we did kind of take it easy, like during the character cavalcades, for instance. That was a good
nice.
example. So I caught one of those on camera. That was the one with Goofy on it. We also saw Tinkerbell, and then we later saw a cavalcade with Winnie the Pooh. Who else was on there?
Mary Poppins.
Aladdin, Mary Poppins.
Oh goodness.
Who else was there?
When's
Peter
this-
Pan and
Peter
Alice.
Pan, yes.
And
and then I also got Mickey and Minnie,
and I didn't get to see Mickey and Minnie, which I was really
but I
mad.
have video day.
Good. We can try to throw it in there if we can.
Yeah.
But overall, I want to say that I still feel like Disney did a better job making me feel safer than Universal. Overall, I felt safer. The one thing I wish they would do more of is the sanitize before every ride that Universal does. I think that's a great idea.
However, although not unlike Universal that enforces it, like gives you hand sanitizer, there are a ton of hand sanitizing booths throughout the queue.
Yes.
That almost every time, like if I saw a hand sanitizing booth, I just stick my hand out, even if I put it on like just a few seconds before. Like it's plenty available.
I think there were, like the trash can trick, like how every 30 feet there's a trash can at Disney World. That's pretty much how it is for hand sanitizers, especially in the queues. Like every, little bit or so, there's a hand sanitizer station. And that's awesome. And they keep them refilled as best as they can. Overall, I had no complaints about that. I think that was wonderful, and I think that was great. That was just my personal preference, because that enforces everyone sanitizing.
Yeah.
They can't get on that ride unless they sanitize.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of a fan of that. Anyway, so that was our day at Magic Kingdom. We're glad that you guys were able to come along for some of it. I'm going to try to definitely piece together as much as I can on this. I think this is just such a great little trip. The next two parks that we plan on going to is Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom, both of which we love. Hollywood Studios is my home. We're not going to Epcot, sadly. But,
We can go to the parking
we'll go to
lot.
the parking lot so that Sierra
That's
can
my
feel at home.
We don't even have to go inside the park.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate you guys as always, and it really does make us feel really good that you guys enjoy what we do, because we really do enjoy doing it. And it really is for all of you guys too, because we appreciate you guys so much. But until next time,
We'll see you real soon.
bye guys.
Bye.